What's going on, guys? It's Ample here. In this Fortnite Training Camp video, we're going to go over our edit training for the day. This will help you guys edit more consistently over time and help you guys take out your enemies a lot more fast, and you'll just become more consistent and faster with your edits, hopefully, while doing this. So our first edit is going to be the ramp up edits. You're going to want to grab a pump shotgun and you're going to want to edit like this. You'll see I take the 2 pieces and then the 1, the 2, and then the 1, and I'll do that a lot faster now, and you're going to want to do that over and over again for our ramp up edits. I'll do that for a while, and then eventually I switch to single edits. You'll see here I'm doing only single tile edits for both single, then single, single, then single. You'll want to do that as well and practice both of those. So I'll do that all the way up the ramp. I'll switch in between them because they are both useful. I definitely recommend you do the double then the single when you're first starting, as it's just super useful. Then you're going to want to go over to the one beside it and do these triple edits. Same idea, double then single, and then you're going to want to edit the wall like this in the corner. You can do a full quad corner edit, but it's not necessary. Just the 3 tiles in the bottom left hand corner will do, and you're going to want to repeat that. And this is a really good ramp up edit. You're going to see yourself doing this a lot, especially once you start playing against better players. You're going to need to build a triple edit and actually edit through it quite rapidly to keep up with the height on the map and just keep yourself protected from getting pieced up. And this is a really good way to do so. So make sure that you guys are practicing this. I also do switch sides on these. You rarely do them on the other side, but it's just good to practice that movement pattern. You'll see when I only do the single tile, I'll mess up a lot. So I do double, then single, and then I'll go ahead and take out that corner. Now these are hard. They're a little bit more advanced, but I think they're worth practicing once you get used to actually working on them. So definitely go ahead and do these. Again, you only have to do them once for this drill for the day. Once you do the doubles, then the triples, make sure you do them in that order. You'll be pretty good to go. Now there is more to do here if you'd like, but for today's training drills, you do not have to do them. You can just move on. So we're going to do this last one though, just because it's really good to get working with cones. I find a lot of players have a hard time with cones, and you'll see I have a hard time with them. So doing this cross in front edit, so I'll do 1, 2 in front and the back, and then I'll go up. And if I mess up, I really should reset and restart, but sometimes I don't. It depends on how badly I mess up. I mess up quite a few times while doing this, and I mix up how I edit it. So you'll see I change it. I'll go like across the front. You can mix it up. The whole idea is to get to the next level, especially with these ones, because you'll find yourself with a cone in your box and have to use that to protect yourself and get out of that box ASAP. And this is a good way to practice that. The problem is when you edit only one side of the bottom cone that you're using as a ramp, you really want to go back and reset those and redo those, because that is super important that you hit both of those to protect yourself turning it into a full ramp. So you'll see I don't do it there, I correct it, and then I move on. And that's, again, one of the biggest things that you're going to run into when doing this is that bottom piece ramp. I messed it up again, and I keep messing it up. I really should be going back and correcting it, but you do want to make sure it's a full ramp and pushing through. And as well, this is just, again, going to improve your edits with cones and with floors substantially. And if you practice this more than once a day, you're definitely going to improve quite rapidly. This is definitely how I got better on console when I was playing on my controller. Now I'm playing on keyboard on console still, but I, again, just switched over and I've improved substantially on my mouse and keyboard by doing this. So make sure that you guys are taking the time to practice these edits. All these edits are important, and going back and correcting your mistakes is definitely good, because again, it will cause your brain to understand what you want it to do and what you don't want it to do. And that will bring us to our next drill, which is the edit and shoot drill. These are ramp up edits same way, but you're going to be shooting. I think this is really important because a lot of players like myself struggle with editing and then finding your target right after. You're already like focused on editing and getting your cursor placed on that, and then you kind of struggle to get your cursor placed over the enemy. And this is a really good way to work on that. So you're going to do that same double edit going up the ramp, and then find your target and aim for their head. Hopefully you definitely want to get in the habit of aiming for their head so you guys can get the most damage off. So that's a really good way to do that. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing to the right of that drill. We'll have the triple edits where you're going to have to hit these targets. Again, a really good way to get a lot of edits off, practice your editing, and then get your aim right off at the beginning. It's not even just like aiming, it's identifying your target through your edit. That is very difficult when you're first starting out, so this will definitely improve that. trying to find that target right after doing that crazy edit with your mouse or controller is very, very difficult, especially on controller. This will definitely help you. I find it a lot easier on PC or on a mouse to do so. I just think the mouse is just a little bit more maneuverable in a sense, and you'll see I do it on the other side as well. So you want to go ahead and practice both sides, because you'll be in weird positions once in a while, but mainly practicing that left hand side, finding that target. And that will bring us to the next drill, which is the mini edit courses. Same idea, except it's like a little mini edit course, little tunnel. You'll take out the target. You'll see I'm doing a double edit, going down in, shooting the target. Now there's different ways of doing this, different mindsets. You really should be going in, and some people build a wall in between the target. It depends, again, it really does depend, but this is good enough for if you're just beginning. You just want to go ahead, drop yourself down there, take out the target, editing into that box, pumping him, and then ramping through to the next area. And it's just good to keep your flow and movement. It's really good for your movement while editing and attacking targets. Now this one's right beside it. We'll do the one to the right of it. Don't want to complicate things for the purpose of the video. You'll see I go ahead and I edit the cone, and then I do the double single edit. So edit the cone, double single edit. Just like before when there was a cone on the ground, we do both ramp that, and then double single. Ramp that, double or single, going up. And we just continue that, and this, you can see, is just really good. It takes the edits that you used during the ramp up edits, it takes you new edit to get down as well. You'll see there's multiple drills on this map that you guys can go ahead and complete, but we're going to be completing all of these, so that's super effective. We'll go to the next one. You'll see I edit down, ramp flip. So we haven't touched ramps much. It depends on how you want to do it. I flip the ramp entirely. Some people will just make the ramp smaller on doing the one side, but you just want to completely ramp flip it for this one. Edit, ramp flip. And if you drop down too early or don't get the edit off quick enough, you'll notice that you'll end up behind the ramp, and that can be very irritating. So what you want to do is make sure you don't do that like I did here. But you see I ramp phase, we'll talk about that later on, to take out that target because I made a mistake. Ramp flip, pump them, and then you want to place that ramp again. It's very repetitive. It's not hard to explain. You can change up the edits on the cone to however you like. You'll notice I do that once in a while. I'll change it up, especially because I've been playing for a little while and I know what I can do. Definitely really good drill here for you guys to complete. It's just gonna, again, improve your accuracy, improve your speed, improve your movement and flow to make you a better player. These ones I probably like the most. It's a triple edit, and then again shooting that target on eye level but away. It's just different. Just putting yourself in that box, you can tell, like, compared to the ramp up edits that we were doing before, this mini edit course just gives you a completely different feel of what's going on. And you're gonna run into situations like this. I run into situations like this in clicks box fights all the time, and it's just a helpful drill. You'll notice that you'll end up doing a triple edit up if you're low ground for the second, and you go up and your opponent's sitting right there outside of your wall away, not standing right at the wall, literally like across the way. And this is just, again, one of those good edits for you guys to practice. Let me know in the comment section below what drill you seem to be struggling with the most while doing this. I will put the map code up in the description box below. I also will put the map code up on the screen like I have already. You'll have that there. If you guys want to go ahead and follow along with me, you guys can go ahead and do so. Again, it's in the description box below. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what drill you found you're struggling with, or what drill you found the easiest, so I can work on it myself and see what maybe could be done to help you guys improve. Obviously, practicing in general will help you improve. I noticed with this game, especially if you practice the wrong way, there's actually wrong ways to practice things, you'll build up bad habits. I've built up a lot of bad habits, especially playing on console or on controller. It's very difficult to do things on keyboard now because the way things are done are different, as well as in general, it's just like there's a lot of bad habits you can form. And we're going to talk about bad habits in one of the Fortnite Training Camp videos. We're going to go over some of them and how to correct them and why they're a bad habit, and again how it's going to help you correcting those. So I'm excited to bring out that video as well, because there are a lot of things and a lot of ways I've died in this game for no reason essentially other than my bad habits. So practicing stuff like this will build in the good habits that you need, but there's also little things you're probably doing, or that I'm probably even doing still, that can be improved upon that will stop you from making those mistakes and make you more successful in the game. Again, this is a quad edit actually we just did there. So this is the one I struggled with. This is a good example of what I'm talking about. So in console, you have to grab the wall. So I'll take the target, to jump up and reset the floor. You actually have to, like, in theory, if I'm talking about what's on my screen, you'd have to hit F key and then reset. But on PC, if you have a scroll wheel reset, you don't actually have to grab it. You don't have to hit F to reset it. You can just jump up and scroll wheel the floor, or reset the floor, which is a lot different than on console. It's a whole other input you don't have to put when you're on controller. Something to keep in mind. You're gonna have struggles. That's why I'm struggling on this. I never would have struggled with this before, but I'm trying to build in that proper habit of actually scroll wheeling, and you can see I didn't do it there. I actually grabbed the floor and then reset it, and that's a whole step I did it again that you don't need to be making, and it's just really frustrating when you don't realize that. I realized it halfway. You'll notice I didn't grab it there, but I messed up because I'm not used to that timing. I'm used to timing me hitting the grab the wall, then reset, and then actually jumping. It's very difficult to undo those habits, and they cost you a lot. And also because of that, I'm losing my momentum. So that's super important to carry your momentum through to the top peak of the cone so you can actually make the jump. You see I'm not placed perfectly every single time. You want to be near the peak of the cone that you're standing on at the bottom. Do the triple edit before you go jump up. You actually want to edit that wall before you jump up. You don't want to edit yourself up and reset and then jump up. But that is everything you guys need to do for today's drill. This will take you around 10 minutes or so for you guys to complete this. And if you do this again with the other drills we've done throughout the week, you will definitely improve your skills in Fortnite. If you liked the video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.